Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to GSVlabs for another pitch night inside the community. We're always looking for opportunities to introduce and highlight some of the amazing startups that we're working with. You may have been here 2 weeks ago for another one of our pitch nights, or 3 or 4 weeks prior to that. And what we're really trying to do here is get into a regular cadence of showcasing great entrepreneurs from around the world for communities of entrepreneurs, investors, and anyone who's interested in learning. A quick moment, I'll give a little bit of background on GSVlabs in case you're new to it, a little bit of background on the program, and then we're going to dive straight into the pitches. I want to give a quick shout out to one of our partner organizations, KaiSed, which is the Korean Institute for Entrepreneurship and Startup Development. We've been working with KaiSed now for, I want to say, 3 years, have worked with an amazing group of probably over 30 startups from South Korea that are just building really interesting, compelling technology companies and products, and it's been a phenomenal partnership, and we're excited about kind of this next group of startups that we've just spent the last 6 weeks working with. And again, for some of you, this is now 2-3 years of seeing companies come through our various acceleration programs, and it's really exciting to see some of our very earliest startups like Novel Effect, which just raised a Series A from Mavarone and Lux, like BitOps, who just raised from Illuminate, go on and start really hitting exciting growth trajectories. And we hope that some of these companies, in the next year will be following this path. At GSVlabs, we're a global innovation platform. And what that really means is we connect all of the different stakeholders of the innovation economy together. Startups, global corporations, governments, everything in between, because we believe magic happens when you put all these groups into one community. As I said, we support entrepreneurs, startups, and our real focus is exponential technologies and breakthrough businesses and ideas. We have about 200 startups in our innovation centers between here and Boston, one of the world's largest early stage investor communities. Our community of startups has raised about $600 million since 2015. The startups that you're going to see here tonight have gotten to work with a great diverse group of mentors and experts that come from our mentor network. I want to give a quick shout out in particular to one of those mentors, who not even a mentor, one of our entrepreneurs in residence, Jim Berkman, who's just done, has been kind of our lead EIR for the program and has done an amazing job working with our startups. And a similar shout out to Ishan, wherever he may be, who's been program managing this for the last couple months. At GSVlabs, we're focused on bringing our model first to Silicon Valley and Boston, but then increasingly to innovation hotspots all over the world. We're excited to announce that we're currently opening spaces in Pittsburgh with Carnegie Mellon and in London with University College London, and then hopefully shortly after that, Shenzhen, Sao Paulo, and the list goes on. And in addition to our physical centers, we have our online community, GSV Passport, which takes all of the resources that the startups in our centers get, puts them online, makes them available on demand anywhere in the world, and really starting to provide global access and scale to our resources and startup community. We currently have over 7,500 startups that are on our online community. If you're not one of them, you should be, so please join. You can create a free account at any point. We'd love to get you in the ecosystem. And inside Passport, you get everything from mentors to technology perks, news, everything you could want as a founder. And ultimately, our goal with Passport, as well as our innovation centers, is to bring Silicon Valley to the world and the world to Silicon Valley. Now, with that, you've heard more than enough from me. Really excited to welcome up our first presenter to the stage. It is Rufina, who's the CEO of Ottiya.
Hi guys, hope you're doing well. My name is Rufina, and let me tell you more about Ottiya. So, what do you guys see in this picture? So what I see is that there's students who are still going to schools that have been designed in the 19th century, when they're going to be entering a world that is going to be completely different from the world that we know today. And this is a huge problem, of course, because in the future, AI and robots will be replacing millions of jobs. And so if students are continuing to learn through processes of rote memorization and standardization, they're not going to be ready for the jobs of the future. And so for us, we really want to bridge that skills gap. And so how we do that is in 2 ways. We are a creative learning content studio and platform, and we focus specifically on 21st century skills. And the purpose of our business is to successfully get the global education community from the left side to the right, which is into the future economy. When we talk about 21st century skills, we focus on 3 different parts of that. So one is social emotional learning, things like self-discovery and empathy, competencies such as creativity or storytelling, and skills and different levels of understanding about the world, such as design thinking and nature awareness. Of course, we can't do this work alone, so we have our own content studio as well as a network of global partners, some of which include places like Making Caring Common of Harvard University and Sesame Street. And together, we create content and resources for the global education community, which you can find on the Ottiya platform. On the Ottiya platform, there are 2 different types of content you can find. There's freemium digital content as well as a marketplace for products. And we service families and schools. So when you come on the platform, you're greeted by a bunch of different articles that you can read. It's a freemium model, so there's a lot of free articles as well. Those are just some of the articles that you can find there. And then if there is content or products that are being sold connected to the digital content, you'll also be directed right away into our marketplace. On our marketplace, you can find things like STEM toys, school supplies, AR, VR resources, and teaching guides. So let me walk you through that a little bit. So let's just say that there's a family really interested in nature awareness. So they come on board Ottiya.com and they start reading a series about child development through gardening and outdoor experiences. So they really like this content because it's written by a verified expert in this field. And so after they're reading it, they wonder, I wonder if I can buy any resources connected to this material. And look at that, you definitely can. So it turns out this author, it also sells a book about this very topic, and you can find that on our marketplace. And in addition to the book that you found about this nature learning topic, there's so many other things that you can find on our platform. In fact, we have over 300 different titles and products related to 21st century learning. And because also as a content studio, we focus on integrating multimedia and the leading technologies such as AR, VR, you can also find diverse types of content offerings for kids, youth, educators, and parents. So one of our strengths is that we have a global partnership network of over 60 different organizations and individuals who partner with us. I mentioned a couple before, and just to add a few more, we also partner with places like Capital of Children, which is an initiative of the Lego Foundation. In the San Francisco Bay Area, we're partnered with Minerva Schools and Unity Technologies. And in addition, in Europe, we have partners such as NHL Standen, which is a university in the Netherlands. From the outset of our work, we've been recognized by industry leaders in this field. These are just some of them. And I think we are all in the recognition of the really deep need that we have to reinvent education because it is not going to work for the future. The way that we've been meeting with our users is mainly through going to conferences and events. We've been sponsored to go to most of the events that have been listed over there. And we also distribute to various third-party platforms. And of course, our global content partners also share content for us. And we distribute some content to brick-and-mortar stores as well. So we are an early-stage company. We incorporated in November 2017, but we've already seen a lot of positive traction. So we have over 80% of subscribers. Once they subscribe to our content, they stay on board for more than 1 year. And we have seen over 70% of our user traffic coming from organic and direct sources. Just within this past year, we've seen over 600% growth in traction for our multimedia content. And of course, that is just a small reflection of the positive user responses that we have from B2C and B2B users. When we look at who is on our platform, it's clear that we've got a lot of coverage all over the world, but a majority of our traffic also comes from North America. which is why we're really keen on setting up our headquarters in the Bay Area as well. When we look at the competition, it is clear that Ottiya really stands out in this place of creating an ecosystem for 21st century skills and competencies. We are targeting the global instructional materials market, but as you saw in my previous slides, because we have a marketplace that hosts other items such as STEM toys, AR, VR, and school supplies, we are targeting a larger TAM than is shown over here. So when we look at our 5-year plan, we are planning to make Ottiya.com the go-to place for creative learning resources and knowledge. And by continuing to work on our AR, VR content as well, we will be a leader in integrating emerging technologies for educational experiences. So my name is Rafina. I am a former classroom teacher and also certified Unity developer, so I understand what it means to be a teacher and to try to bridge that gap between education and technology. In this crowd, we have Veronica in the audience. She has over 20 years of experience in the IT education industry, and our team members are very skilled in what they do. And what's great about us is that we all share a common passion for education innovation. So we're here today because we are raising our seed round. We're raising $1 to $2 million. And so far, we've been a bootstrap company, and so we've been very active in meeting with investors for the past 3 weeks that we've been here, and previous to that as well. And when we look at next years of growth, there's 2 ways that we think that we'll be growing. And one of them is that we've signed a contract with ITE, which is one of the biggest multimedia platforms in China. And we are expanding our partnerships with Unity Technologies that is based in the Bay Area, and we're going to be working with them to provide more professional development opportunities for teachers in the US and beyond. So that is what we are all about. So if you're interested in changing the future of education, I hope that you will partner with us. We have a booth right over there, so please come and find me or Veronica, who's taking pictures over there. And we'd be more than happy to tell you more about our story and partner with you in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rafina. Next, we're going to hear from ST, who's the CEO of Mediacast. It's a little interesting one. He's going to be coming in via video because he got a last-minute, couldn't-pass-up partnership opportunity that he had to go and be at. So it's a pleasure to share Mediacast with you.
Hello everyone, my name is Seung-tae Gi, founder and CEO of Mediacast based in South Korea. Before saying anything else, I would like to apologize for not being here today to pitch our service in person. Our company was chosen to participate in an exhibition in Hong Kong that begins today, and this required me to be there to overlook our operation. I hope that you can be understanding of these circumstances, which find me giving this pitch through video.
Hello, I am Jiwon Kang of Mediacast. I am here to introduce Easy Piano, our piano tutoring program. There are several benefits that come with playing the piano. While senior people can interact with each other and cure their social pain, young students can get logic training. Furthermore, piano playing has a relationship with Alzheimer's. There is substantial research that shows how the brains of Alzheimer's patients continually get worse, but the ability to play the piano is unaffected. If an Alzheimer's patient starts to spend maybe a couple of hours each day practicing the piano, this allows his or her family to take a rest from looking after her or him. Although playing the piano may not be a cure for the disease, it can be extremely helpful in caring for patients. Last September, we asked 100 Americans aged 55 and above, "Do you wish to play the piano?" 91% answered yes, but at the same time, they said that learning was too difficult and all tutoring services were focused on children. So then we asked, if it was possible to learn to play the piano in a month, would you be interested? 86% said yes, and when I asked about how much they would be willing to pay, they answered on average $80 per month. In October, we asked all ages how they felt about an exclusively online service, and the result was nearly the same. When asked about what they wanted to do after mastering a song, people wanted to learn at least 5 more songs on average and wish to play with other instruments. What we discovered through this survey was that many people wish to play the piano and are willing to pay for the chance to do so. We also found factors of traction that will allow the scale of our service to grow. Piano learning is difficult because, as this image shows, when we play the piano, numerous functions of our body must work in unison. Right hand, left hand, hearing, and seeing. It's not easy at all. And this leads 85% of learners to quit in their first year. The reasons being that progress is too slow and instructions are too complicated. We decided to solve this problem by creating a service that allows you to learn to play the piano easily. Our service is centered on practicing 30 minutes a day for 1 month. You can then mix music such as orchestral sounds with your playing and then collaborate with other learners. This is made possible through our very own tutorial book. Our teaching method clearly improves the piano playing skills of learners. First, the learner gains basic knowledge of chords, then trains their muscle brain through repetitive left-hand practice. After that, during right-hand practice, your brain will be able to focus on the melody while your left hand moves unconsciously. Our teaching method is suitable for total beginners and people with a little experience of playing the piano. Here is a short video showing a real-life example. This woman is practicing her left hand first. Through repetition, she is training her muscle brain. After that, she practices her right hand. Once she has practiced playing both hands at the same time, background music can be created through our solution and mixed with her playing. She can then upload the final product onto social media such as Facebook or Instagram for others to see. We took this service and tested it in real life to see if it works. This is a church located in South Korea. We put up flyers and advertisements for a program where you learn to play the piano, mix it with accompaniment music, and then upload it on YouTube. We expected young people to come with their parents who would help them. However, it was actually senior people who showed an interest in our service. A 76-year-old grandmother was able to play the piano, and a 50-year-old woman who had never played the piano was even able to play with other instruments. The sheet music propped up on the piano is our tutorial book that we put together. After running for 3 months, the satisfaction of participants was very high and the number of learners doubled each month. Everyone wanted to learn more songs and felt joy from playing with other instruments. In addition, they said it would be nice if there were offline services such as one-on-one tutoring or group lessons. However, one problem still remained: the fact that to become good at playing the piano, you need a piano. Once we did this, people said that they would like to have a piano to practice, but complained that a piano is too expensive and that it is possible to carry around. This is why we decided to develop a portable piano. With 25 keys, it is perfect for practicing one hand and is more focused on practicing rather than performing. If you connect 2 other keyboards, you get a total of 49 keys for both hands. The keys have LED lighting that lets you know which keys to press. Our service's competitiveness comes from being about 90% more cheaper than the traditional method of learning piano. In addition, the off-site classes and portable piano can be additional sources of revenue. Our business model is based on connecting tutors and learners through our online platform. The tutor will use our software to make content easily. This includes sheet music, videos, and so on. Users can then use this content along with our software to learn effectively at a very affordable price. Part of the profit made from the subscription fees of users and from content creation will be distributed amongst the tutors and used for copyright fees. An additional business model is to sell our piano hardware, and if the subscription period of the user is long, to provide it at a discount or even for free. A one-on-one or group lesson that is either online or offline service can be another source of revenue. To sum up our business model, the software can be seen as access to our learning method, online content, and music production engine, which will be sold as a subscription model. The piano hardware and the online or offline tutoring support service can be added onto this. Now I would like to talk about our business roadmap. During the first half of the year, we completed market validation in South Korea through product market fitting. We are now in the process of producing the piano hardware and conducting market validation in other countries during the second half of the year. With these results, we will move into the first half of next year by focusing on gaining subscribers in Korea, seeing how much traction there is, before deciding on expandability. After that, during the second half of next year, we will establish a corporate body overseas while gaining Series A funding.
Once again, I apologize for not being here to take any questions that you may have. If you do happen to have any questions, please feel free to contact me through the email address above, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
I'm more than happy to take the applause. That's easy enough. Um, you know, definitely a new style for us, but always excited when one of our startups gets highlighted elsewhere and has a great opportunity over in Hong Kong. Our next presenter is going to be Jay, the CEO of Radopos.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Hello, good evening. My name is Jaehyung Jo. I'm from Korea. And I want to show this photo first. Imagine that there is a fire in this building, and unfortunately you are in this situation. Then what would you do first? A lot of people may run and scream. And perhaps maybe the first thing you would do is grab your cell phone and call 911 and ask for help. However, if you don't know where you are, the fireman doesn't know where you are because GPS doesn't work inside a building. The only technology, the only solution available today is a location technology developed by Qualcomm and used in all cell phones. However, the problem is the accuracy isn't good enough to distinguish the floor numbers. Or we can say is maybe between 10th floor or 15th floor, it doesn't exactly point the locations. However, we developed very accurate cell phone location technology that can pinpoint the 911 caller location within 3 meters of error range. That is about the size of this stage. This technology is so accurate that it can distinguish the number of floors or even the room numbers. So it can save people using our technology. So we developed this technology since year 2015 in Korea Research Institute EdTech. And the last year, we did a RAP test and confirmed that we can provide less than 1 meters of measurement resolutions. So this year, I set up a company, Radopos, in Korea and here in Silicon Valley for commercialize our technology. And we are currently developing prototype system. Next year, we will bring our prototype system here in San Francisco to show demonstration on our super accurate location technology. So next year is going to be a very great challenge and opportunity to us, mainly because in next year, US FCC requires E911 enforcement from next year to all mobile carriers. The requirement is this. All US mobile carriers should provide exact location information of 911 callers from year 2020, which is next year. Should fail to comply this requirement, the carriers have to pay enormous fine every year. So this is the burden to carriers. So they need a location technology. We have the technology, we can provide them. So if we are successful, all US cell phones may use our technology. So how many cell phones in USA? Every year, 200 million cell phones are sold in US. We are going to sell this solution to cell phone manufacturers and collect license fees per handset basis. Assuming that we are charging only a few amount of license fees from cell phones, the total amount of revenue will be millions of dollars every year. Yes, millions of dollars. This is the goal we are aiming for. So looking at seeing the market size, we are currently focusing only on the public safety market, which is the far left corner of this graph. However, if all the smartphones are using our technology, the application area can be expanded to other industry, like indoor LBS, car navigation, factory, and others. This location technology is truly a game changer. So this is what we are going to do in the next year, as I told, we're going to have a third-party validation to our system to prove our technology and also show demonstration in San Francisco. And then, year 2021, we will provide the first service with one of the major carriers, and then we will push our technology into 3GPP standard to be a de facto technology. And then, if you're lucky, we can have a first license agreement with one of the manufacturers, like a Samsung or Apple or Qualcomm. And here are our team members, diligently working and very smart, and also the partners currently working with us in Korea. And we are also actively seeking more partners and alliances with the carriers, vendors, and the manufacturers, and also investors. So currently, we already have raised $200,000 R&D fund from Korean government, and we are seeking more $4 million of pre-seed round investment. So if you are interested in us and want to share our vision together, please feel free to contact us. This is my email address and the phone number, and I'll be there in that desk. So please feel free to come to me and have us a little bit chat and share our vision. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Wonderful. Our next presenter, it's my pleasure to introduce Q-Sun, who's the CEO of Some Gaming.
Hi, my name is Kyu-sun Han, CEO of Some Company. I'd like to introduce my company and my game called A Little Bird, ALB. Basically, game has to be fun. I know that. And I want to add some socially useful value to it. Some company is making healing games that can talk about social discourses. Why now? I think people are more interested in that kind of social idea because they are suffering problem from that. One of them is that promoting women's rights. About 72% of people are agree with that. I'm not sure you are one of them or not, but in terms of game, in terms of business, I think there is a market and chance. There are two core elements in my game. First one is story, and second one is puzzle. The player can complete multi-ending story by solving puzzle. The puzzle is quite difficult that people can challenge the puzzle. So after this event, my booth is there, and my demo is ready. So please come to challenge the puzzle. So the fairytale story is about the journey of princess. For example, we ask the player what kind of leader you want to be in the future. So the player can choose one decision that affect to the story. And we're not going to judge which is good or not and which is wrong or right. We want to show two different sides of one decision, like a powerful leader but lonely, familiar but endangered. So we want to give a chance to talk about that kind of idea. Our first target customer are iPhone gamers who prefer egalitarianism. By our market research, they are really aggressive with that subject. About 80% of people said they are willing to install my game because we are dealing with that subject. There are several competitions in this field. We call that adventure puzzle, and those are most successful game in the field. And they are has been released for since 2 years ago. I think there are customers' needs and there is a chance. We're gonna provide a premium model and free plus advertised model. If the player want to get hint or try again, they can see advertisement. If they feel annoying, they can buy the premium model. The download and revenue is based on the competition's success data. So we aim to that for first year. And this is from the Monument Valley case. We're gonna add expanded stage and stories at least per 3 months. Then we can promote the customer and the story and the revenue. So my goal is the building ALV game worldview. We're gonna concern many kind of social discourses like discrimination or power versus responsibility or stereotypes like that. And we wanna produce a series of production, and we wanna expand our business using IP right. I'm a CEO of this company, and I'm a designer and also developer too. And I have a co-founder. We have been working for 3 years and 2 talented staffs. We have been made several games for another company like Media Rhythm Action Game and game for cognitive disability child. And one of our own title is called Madmore, has been featured in the Apple App Store. If you have Apple Watch, feel free to download it, but not free, sorry. I'm here to ask pre-seed round 250K, and also want to find a publishing company who will enjoy journey with us. My name is Q-Sun, and Sum is fun game company. You can easily remember my email. Feel free to contact, and feel free to challenge the puzzle. Thank you.
Thank you, Q-Sun. And last but not least, it's my pleasure to introduce Grace, who's the CEO of Timo.
Hi, nice meeting you guys. Timo, developing children's life skill and then supporting healthy family relationship, especially time and money. Who is confident about your time management and money management? And then when you, one person, when you are teaching your child, all the parents, they love their child so much. And then they have an idea of family in their head. But the reality, modern life, is so stressed, so tired, and they're so rushed. Because parents, modern days, so busy, they have work through many things, handling. Not only parents, they are busy. Kids also, they are so busy. Go activity after school, and mom has to drive all the way through the Bay Area. So, but how you gonna teach your time management for your kids? And then I'm observing this one. I'm talking with the parents a lot. They really felt like a pressure. They need to provide everything. They need to read a book, everything. But the kids, they live in the present. They don't care. They just want to Minecraft when they're doing it. Even though they go to the ballet class or math class, they don't care. They don't want to move. How are you gonna make them move them? As a teacher in the Montessori class, we have a routine in the classroom. You have a certain cue for a child. So when you're using a new tool for a child, not just telling from the parents what to do, they actually able to do managing their task by themselves. Even the 4-year-old, 3-year-old, if your child is a really genius, 2-year-old can do it with the Timo. Let me show you how to develop this one. In the Montessori class, the time is an abstract concept. You cannot see, you cannot feel, nothing, anything. How are you gonna feel time right now? I'm using timer right now for feel the time. So you better to let them feel and then touch and then see the time. So kids level, a day is really long. You break the 3 parts, morning, afternoon, and then evening. So they can in charge of the morning routine. How they managing their task? Through the visualized. So they can see after wake up, they need to make the bed and go to party, breakfast, and then ask a child, after go to party, what you do? We need to wash your hands. Okay, let's add and wash your hands. So easy. So guide through easily, just talking through with your child. Just click the add button. I have already provided 65 activity for mostly used, and you just click it. And then you can reorder through it. So kids already understand. They have a task, they move around, they make the timer, so they already have a visual idea what to do in the morning. So after you set the task, when you do all the task, they have a visual timer. If you say a piano practice 20 minutes, they don't feel how much 20 minutes. But when you using a Timo, they know when is time ticking. So when after they done, they click the I did it button, they feel accomplishment. Even the brush your teeth, it will go to party, they felt empowered because they are in charge of their task. So after collecting all the stars, they have a fun game for here. We just launched the app store, like a Timo apps, and then it reached really high. Kids really motivated by the collecting all the stars. Even though, so we run this product for free for 1 year. I testing out with some parents. And then 75,000 download monthly, 8,000 users right now active. And then weekly 2,500, 2,500. So minimum, like average, they're engaged 25 minutes. So I used to preschool teacher, and then my mom runs preschool like over a long time. So I basically grew up preschool kids. So I aim this one making a really cute game for preschooler. But I discovered while I'm doing the daily routine, non-monetary reward, and the save stuff for some goals. And then I discovered the elementary, even middle school student, they come here and say, Timo saving my routine and my time, or they give a tons of review. So I realized they ask me they have a different schedule because they are more like busy. So they ask me the weekly schedule. And then mom, they using the money actually from the elementary school, money involved to reward the kids and not anymore cute sticker. So I'm collecting all the review from the parents and child. And then I using if once you have a money, and then I can have like a more teen style, cute style. From the cute style, more teen looking style, I will upgrade it. And then our business model is for routine schedule, all about the family managing the task together. A subscription model. I already partnership with the KB Bank, which is the largest bank in South Korea. I'm looking for another partnership in US and other retails. And then my competitor, they're doing all the time, only or the kids watch or just the money. But I want to have it integrated together because based on the time, they can earn the money and go further and further. So here is my some review. And then my team, I have a 10 years experience, like in the classroom. And then I have a 10-year experience as a project manager. And then my illustrator and engineer. And then I hire UX designer now and the gamification. And then I just got the interview today with the artificial intelligence engineer. He really hooked my program right now. So we are ongoing. And then I'm looking for the marketing person in here too. Right now, until now, I raised 70,000 K and then grant from the government too, and then my money 60K. And then I'm currently looking for $1 million to developing Timo version 2 and then scale up in the America. If you have a child, if you want to try it out, if you feel you need a time management skill, feel free to come over and then let's test and then talking about the partnership too. Thank you.
I want to give a special thanks to all of our presenters today, and maybe one more round of applause. It's always amazing to watch people here who, English isn't a first language, coming out and just giving incredible pitches, and exciting companies really going in great directions. So would love you to stay, hang out. We've got drinks, food, an opportunity to try out, what I see as the future of automated parenting, or some of these amazing gaming applications. So please take some time, look at the companies, look at the products, and we look forward to seeing you at our next pitch night. Thanks.